Hi there, I'm the Deku Tree Sprout. Because you and Sorry I broke the curse on the Forest Temple, I can grow and flourish. Thanks a lot! Hey, have you seen your old friends? None of them recognized you with your grown-up body, did they? That's because the Kokiri never grow up. Even after 7 years, they're still kids. You must be wondering why only you have grown up. Well, as you might have already guessed, you are not a Kokiri. You are actually a Hylian. I am happy to finally reveal this secret to you. Some time ago, before the King of Hyrule unified this country, there was a fierce war in our world. One day, to escape from the fires of war, a Hylian mother and her baby boy entered this forbidden forest. The mother was gravely injured. Her only choice was to entrust the child to the Deku Tree, the guardian spirit of the forest. The Deku Tree could sense that this was a child of destiny, whose fate would affect the entire world, so he took him into the forest. After the mother passed away, the baby was raised as a Kokiri, and now finally the day of destiny has come. You are a Hylian, and were always bound to leave this forest. And now, you have learned your own destiny, so you know what you must do. That's right, you must save the land of Hyrule. Now, Link, break the curses of all the temples and return peace to Hyrule. So, yeah, this is the Deku Tree Sprout. So the Deku Tree did not die in vain. Apparently he had a seed or something, and it was planted into the ground when he died or before he died. So yeah, now the Great Deku Tree Sprout will be able to grow. And now monsters, I believe, will not return to this area. Maybe it's that they will only reappear at night, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, we broke the curse of the Forest Temple. Now, we can go to the next temple of the game. So, the first area that we're going to want to go to is back to the Temple of Time. Before we finish the Forest Temple, you could not place the sword back into the pedestal of time, so you were stuck as an adult until you finished the Forest Temple. Now you can go back in time if you desire and play as a kid again. But the same situation applies before we turn into an adult. There's nothing we can do as a kid other than planting 1 or 2 magic beans, which we don't need right now. Alright, so I'm going to get on Epona because it's just the fastest way possible, and head over to Hyrule Castle. You destroyed the wicked creatures that haunted the temple and awakened the sage. But there are still other sages who need your help. In order to awaken all the other sages, you must become even more powerful. You must travel over mountains, underwater, and even through time. If you want to return to your original time, return the Master Sword to the pedestal of time. By doing this, you will travel back in time 7 years. The time will come when you will have to return here quickly. I will teach you this for when that time comes. The song to return to the Temple of Time, the Prelude of Light. We've learned the Prelude of Light. As long as you hold the Ocarina of Time and the Master Sword, you hold time itself in your hands. Link, we shall meet again. Alright, so now that we've learned the Prelude of Light, we can head back to this area anytime that we want. It is very useful if you need to return to Kakariko Village in a pinch, or to this general area, but there's really nothing you can do to this area other than return to being young Link again. One interesting thing about the Redeads here in Castletown Market is that if you kill one Redead and lure another one nearby the other one, it will either A, eat its dead body, or B, mourn over the loss of its fallen brethren. Now, the reason why people say that it's eating them is because its head is is over the other Redead's body. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's eating it, because it doesn't show like any movement to where it's like eating or anything. And since this game was made by Japanese people who are very honorable and respectful to, especially to those who have passed, I believe that they were making the Redeads mourn over the loss of their brethren, because I like to assume for the better and not for the worse. This is Ganon's castle, no longer Hyrule Castle. This is what happens after 7 years and you have an evil king. Now, unfortunately, there's really nothing we can do here, but there is a gold sculpture that we can get, which is what I came here for, which I believe is right over here. Yep. So we're going to want to use the hook shot and grab it. The reason why I want to go ahead and get this instead of coming here at the end of the game is because we'd have to leave and go get the gold sculptula reward for having 100 gold sculptulas rather than actually being able to finish the game. So I just went ahead and got it real quick so that we didn't have to worry about it until this area until the end of the game. So now there's not much we can do here in Castletown, but we're going to want to go to Lake Hylia for a very short visit, and I will cut away and see you all there. Alright, so now we're here in Lake Hylia, and there's a few things we can do right now. The most notable thing that we want to do is go talk to the Scarecrow again. Remember how when we talked to him before, he said he could remember any song for any length of time. So, now it's time to play our song for him again. Hey, it's the Ocarina. Play that song with it, baby. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the tune. You rock. I'm blown away. Oh, no, I didn't forget the song. I never forget anything. But I just feel like rewarding you, baby. I have a good idea. My buddy Pierre is wandering around, so play that tune when you want to call him. I'll tell him to help you if he's nearby and hears that song. Alright, so basically that allows him to summon his friend Pierre, which is it is required in one section of the game, if I am not mistaken. The rest is optional, but, yeah. So, the first thing that we're going to want to do real quick is go up here. Now we can jump on this magic bean plant, which will allow us to get on the roof, or we can fail miserably at it. I think we can grapple on here, but it's just so steep that it doesn't work or something. I don't know. I want to get rid of that crow just because it's annoying and gets in the way. But there are a few things that we need to get up here on top of the roof. One of which is actually a gold sculpture. So I'm going to go ahead and change that tonight real quick. Alright, and another cool thing is if you, like, shoot an arrow into the ground, or something like that, you can actually pick it back up again. Is there a gold skulltula? I thought there was a gold skulltula on that ladder. I guess not. I must have been mistaken. Oh well. No big deal. These crows, on the other hand, are a very big deal. And they really annoy me. I'm gonna try and kill it while I wait for the magic bean to return. It's coming down to get me. Oh crap! Okay. I didn't fall down as far as I thought I was going to. There we go. Now there shouldn't be any more crows to bother us. So now we can get what's on top of this roof. As if it didn't take long enough already. I'm probably going to cut out the fails though. And up here is another piece of heart. And we've collected 3 pieces. So we don't have that many pieces of heart left in the game. If I'm not mistaken, there's 36 or something like that. I can't quite remember. But the next stop is the fishing pond. We have one more reward that we can get from the fishing pond. It is optional, but I'd like to get it done. So, because the lake is dried up, we have to take this magic bean plant. Now, some people may like to wait until after the water temple to do this, which is the 3rd adult temple, but I prefer getting it out of the way as soon as possible. Now, you may notice this guy's wearing a hat now, probably because he's balding. There are a few cool things about the fishing pond now that you're an adult. First off, you can actually catch his hat with your fishing rod, which I may try to do later, but basically you can throw it into the water and he will charge you a fine, and it will not reappear on his head. So that was actually a pretty cool thing. Another thing is that after you catch a certain pound fish, an invisible lure will appear in the bottom of the pond, which will allow you to catch deep down fish. So, if, for example, if you scared off the fish you were trying to catch, you could then catch it in the middle of the pond. The final and coolest thing, well, there's actually one other thing, but there's a special fish. I forgot what it's called. I'll probably put up text or an annotation right here. And it is one of the heaviest fish around, but it doesn't count towards your high score. And the final cool thing is that randomly it will be raining here, which will then make fish much easier to catch. So you're going to want to keep this in mind if you're trying to go for a high score. But I'm not, I'm just going for a 15-pound fish. Hey mister, I remember you. It's been a long time. How many years has it been? 7 years? What have you been doing all this time? You're my only customer. I'm almost out of business. Seriously. On top of that, my hair, never mind. Well, do you want to go fishing? It costs only 20 rupees. Alright, so we don't have a rumble feature, and... Alright, so now we can go catch the fish. Now, unlike the lunker fish for a kid, which I couldn't remember where it was, I know where the one for the adult is, which is actually the same spot, which is right by the log. Keep in mind, when you're reeling in, if the fish jumps out of the water, you're going to want to let go of everything so that it doesn't get off the line. Yes! Wow, this is a real lunker. Let's see, it weighs 18 pounds! Yes! I'm keeping it! This is the largest fish that I have caught out of the Zelda games. Well, out of this Zelda game. The last fish I caught, the biggest fish I caught prior was 13 pounds, and I still got the reward, even though it says, like, on Zelda walkthroughs and stuff that you need a 15-pound fish. So I'm not sure if it just means the biggest fish in the pond, and no one had caught one lighter than 18 or 15 pounds before, but weigh my fish. Whoa! This fish is huge! It looks like a new record. It weighs at least 18 pounds. Seriously. Okay, here's your prize. And we get the golden scale. And now we can dive for 9 meters or 9 seconds instead of 6. Alright, so now I am going to attempt to catch this guy's hat. Maybe... Yeah, there we go! What? What are you doing to me? Ha ha! I got your hat! What now? That's pretty funny. I've never seen that before in any walkthrough of the game. Now, I could be mean and throw it out in the water, but it never reappears on his head. So I don't think I'm going to do that. That, and he charges you like 50 rupees for a fine. Hey, what are you doing? I told you not to do that. You're terrible. Seriously. Give me back my hat. You're a kind-hearted kid. But don't tell anyone about this. Seriously. Okay, that's pretty funny.
So, if he throws his hat in the water, he charges you 50 instead of 20.
Oh, yeah, I gotta turn in the fishing rod. No, he charges you 50 rupees for making him lose his hat. Now, I will put up a number, showing what pound fish you have to get in order for the sinking lure to appear. One problem with the sinking lure is that it's invisible, so you literally have to walk around until you find it. So I will put up a number somewhere, either in an annotation or a text note that I add, that shows what pound fish you have to catch in order for it to appear, to where you can catch fish much easier. So now, we're pretty much done at Lake Hylia at the time. I mean, there's nothing we can do. Yeah. What did you say, Hannah? There's no shark. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is one last thing to do. My sister reminded me of. I almost forgot it, but I would have come back for it either way at some point. Okay. Stop, Epona. Alright, and what you want to do is enter the Lakeside lab after getting the gold scale. Now what you want to do is get in here and dive all the way to the bottom. And touch the floor. Now there is a shark right in there, but I can't really show that off too well because I have no way of staying down there just yet. You may not have noticed, but I've been watching you. You touched the bottom just now. Fantastic. I'll give this to you. And we get a piece of heart, and we've completed another heart container, giving us 12 hearts, which is quite a lot if I do say so myself for this point of the game. If I'm not mistaken, we actually have all the heart pieces we can get at this point so far. Well, all but one, I should say. So now, we need to head to Kakariko Village. Okay, Epona, I get it. You don't like going down hills fast, apparently, but yeah, so I am going to cut ahead and meet you all at Death Mountain Trail.